Scholars, Miss Stewart here. I'd like to show you today a different way to use Google, a more advanced way. It's a little different than what you're used to. You can get to this area in Google by typing in google.com/advance underscore search, and it'll bring you to this page. Let's just say you have a term that has synonymous terms that you can use to find all sorts of articles to help you with your project. And let's just say you've been assigned the political parties of the United States, they being Republican, the most major ones, the Republican and the Democrats, and you've chosen Democrat. So if you type in Democrats, it's also known as the Liberal Party. Some people call it the left. The blue, its mascot is the donkey. So we're going to type in those terms and then click on advanced search at the bottom. So it's going to give you quite a few hits all centered around those terms. And so you would scroll through and see what is useful to you. So that's just one way of using the advanced feature. I'm going to go ahead and clear that out. And let's look at this function where it allows you to use an exact word or phrase. This time I'm going to type in the Green Party. And that is exactly what it's known by. So I'm going to, and I want it to keep those three words together. I don't want it to search for the party or something green, the Green Party. So that's why I'm using this exact phrase function. And then I'll click on advanced search. And so it gives me information on the Green Party as I go scroll through. So that's really nice because it allows me to use the exact phrase. Let's just say I want to look up, let's just say feelings. I've been assigned feelings, which is also a cat, lion, tiger, and so any of those would do. So I'm using this function right here, any of these terms, because that's any of those would do. So there we go. Big cat, feeling, house cat, tigers, all of those. And so that's how you use where any of those words would do because you're interested in any feeling at all. Let's just say you are looking up Panthers, but you don't want football teams. So you don't want sports because a lot of sport teams I don't want football, I don't want baseball, I don't want any of those terms, and I don't want political parties. So I've told it that I want to look up, I want it to search for Panthers, but I don't want any of these terms affiliated with it. So I'm going to click on advanced search. And so it gives me somewhat Panthers, what I'm looking for, but there are stores named Panthers. So you will have to do quite a bit of work to narrow what you don't want, but it can be very, very useful. Let's just say that you have been assigned a decade. So I'm going to type in the word decade. Have you ever had that one of those kinds of assignments where you were responsible for finding out how things were in the 60s? So I'm going to look up 1960 to 1969. And I've already told it that I want it to look up the decade. So I'm going to click on advanced search. And so there my search term gives me quite a bit of what went on in the 60s. And so that's how you use the Google advanced search function. Two more things that I want to point out. You can, or a couple of things, more than a couple of things, you can ask it to search what it has found in the last 24 hours. Let's just say you were working on it a term last week, and you want to see what the updates are. You can literally go to this past week and find out everything that's been updated on euthanasia in the past week. So that's very useful. You can tell it to look for a file type. So if you needed a spreadsheet on, let's just say, I no longer want decades and I no longer want certain years, but I want to see what the marijuana use is by states. And I want a spreadsheet on that. Well, I'm going to go here to file type, and I'm going to move it from any format to Microsoft Excel. And let's see what it shows me. Well, there are a number of spreadsheets, as you can see here to the left. The XLS, which is the domain for spreadsheets. And there are a host of spreadsheets by drug use, by state, all nicely done for me. So I don't have to recreate the wheel. The wheel has already been created and I can work from there. So I'm going to take it back to any format. I'm going to remove all of these words. And let's just say I want a certain domain. I can look at .org and type in my topic, which might be abortions, and it's going to give me the pros and cons, like Planned Parenthood, protect women's rights. And so if an organization is committed to a cause, of course you might check out what their sites have to say, because they're going to be very passionate and vocal about their particular position. So you can use .org. Don't forget the other domains are .edu or .gov if you need the governmental perspective or statistics or what it knows about a particular topic. You would use .gov. Let's say the military has collected information. You might then use MIL or NET. And so that's just a few useful ways that you can really get a lot of good mileage out of Google Advanced Search. So for regular Googles, when you want to know what the sex is of Beyonce's twins, fine, use the regular Google. But if you need more academic, more scholarly information, I suggest that you try Google Advanced Search. You can really mine what is out there just by using some smart options. Thank you for visiting my site today.